Come on in.
Tree trimming near power lines in your area. Nelson Tree. The convenience of home electricity is something that many of us rarely think about. Your electric provider is committed to providing its customers with safe, uninterrupted electric service. To provide reliable power to its customers, your electric company services and maintains a large amount of equipment, including high-voltage overhead lines. Many of these lines are uninsulated bare wires. That means anything coming into contact with these lines becomes immediately electrified. When tree branches grow and contact power lines or reach areas where winds can blow them into power lines, many things can occur. One of the most dangerous is when contact causes the tree itself to become an electrical conductor, thus exposing everyone near the base of the tree to potentially life-threatening amounts of electrical current. Branches and leaves coming into contact with power lines often account for power outages, and many times are indicated by visibly burned leaves. Trees and tree limbs that fall during storms can bring down power lines, creating a hazardous situation. For these reasons, it is essential for your electric company to regularly schedule crews to trim back trees from all of its overhead lines. Typically, about every 4 to 5 years, each electrical circuit is scheduled for inspection and trimming. This ensures public safety and allows for reliable power service to the people and businesses served by your electric company. Nelson Tree Service is a professional arboriculture company that has been selected to trim trees near power lines in your area. Property owners are usually contacted by Nelson Tree Service or a utility representative. If you are not at home when a representative stops by, you will find a door hanger card notifying you about the work. If you have additional questions after watching this video, a phone number is provided on the literature that you can call. Homeowners may also be notified by a mailing from the utility or a notice placed in the local newspaper. Trimming trees close to live power lines is dangerous work. Our crews are highly trained, and our top priority is ensuring public safety. We adhere to OSHA guidelines for job site setup and safety planning before we start each job. When crews are trimming in your area, never approach the work area and make sure children and pets are kept away. We also do our best to minimize impact on the trees and properties on which we work. Our trimmers follow accepted trimming guidelines and take into account the varying growth rates of different species of trees. Sometimes, Nelson crews have to come onto your property to access lines not running along the roadway, often referred to as a utility right-of-way. In these cases, equipment may be parked off the roadway and crews hike in to access the lines, explaining why you may see trucks with no workers nearby. Depending on the nature of the work, sometimes equipment will need to be brought into the right-of-way to effectively clear the lines. Nelson crews will work with the property owner to establish the best access routes for our equipment. Usually, trimming back branches from the lines provides a sufficient safety zone, but occasionally, a tree that is dying may need to be removed to avoid the chance of it falling on a line. In recent years, the spread of the emerald ash borer, an insect that feeds on and kills ash trees, has forced power companies to remove infected ash trees within falling distance of lines. As part of our effort to help inform property owners of our work, we have assembled a brief question and answer section in this video.
When will the work take place and how long will it take?
Work crews will generally come through your area within 4 to 6 weeks of notification. In typical line clearance situations, the crews will work through your area in a day or two.
Do I need to be at home while the work is happening?
No, all trimming is scheduled by the utility company, and you do not need to be at home while the work is taking place.
Will I be without power for a length of time?
No, most work is completed without the need to interrupt service. In rare cases when trimming puts workers at great risk, a planned outage will occur.
Do I have to pay for this work?
No, the electric company contracts the line clearance company and pays for this work to be done.
Will the brush and tree limbs be left in my yard?
All brush will be chipped and the area left clean. If larger limbs are taken off or a tree removed, the wood is cut into manageable lengths and stacked.
Can I hire someone else to do this tree trimming?
No, Nelson Tree Service crews are line clearance professionals contracted by your power company. Most tree trimming companies are not trained for power line clearance jobs.
Why was my tree cut back further from the power lines than my neighbor's tree?
Different species of trees grow at different rates. Your tree was probably a fast-growing species, while your neighbor's tree was a slow-growing species. In order to meet the electric company's projected trimming cycle, we trim fast-growing tree species back further than slow-growing species.
Why does it seem like your men do a lot of standing around?
As we mentioned, line clearance is dangerous work. Our crews are trained and required by OSHA to spend a reasonable amount of time discussing a job before beginning. This assures that all proper safety precautions are taken to protect the crew and the public. Crew members may also regularly need to reassess the situation as the job progresses.
What can I do to ensure power line safety on my property?
There are a few common sense things that any homeowner can do to help ensure power line safety. Do not place tree houses or play equipment near power lines. Keep children away from electrical equipment. And if a power line does come down, keep everyone away and contact the power company or call 911 immediately.
What are the guidelines for planting trees near areas with power lines?
When planting trees, make sure you allow ample room for the growth of the tree so that it won't come into contact with power lines. Consult a nursery expert to help determine the mature size of the species of tree that you will be planting. Thanks for watching. We hope we have answered any questions you may have had. If not, give us a call at the number listed on the door hanger or postcard, and we will try to assist.